guys, welcome to another episode of the Cat Lady channel. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's 2 T's, CATT, which stands for Craft All the Things. If you are new, I am a fiber related channel, so I make content about knitting, crochet, spinning, weaving, stuff like that. Mostly knitting and crochet. Other things just get thrown in as they come along. Sewing, cricket making, all sorts of things. Anything that just sounds fun. DIY stuff. So that is what I talk about. So I record throughout the week, usually in snippets, and then mash everything together and post on Fridays. So that way you see my progress throughout the week. I am in the process of finishing a lot of unfinished projects. So you will see a lot of the same stuff. And do I have everything here? Yes. I am just me. I am a mom of two kids, 2 cats, and a wife of a husband, and we live in Michigan, and it's cold and miserable right now. My body does not handle cold weather very well, so it's terrible. I love Michigan, I really do. I love being able to show that I live on a mitten. Which one is it? I don't know. But in the summers are decent. Fall is lovely. Spring is okay. It's muddy. But winter is the worst. I would like winter to last December and then be done. So anyways, I rant a lot. I go on tangents a lot. But anyways, that is me. And if you are a returning viewer, you already know this. And thank you so much for putting up with my shenanigans. As I said last time, I don't know why I keep using that word shenanigans, but here we go. Anyways, it is already Wednesday. It has been a week. I've said that 3 weeks in a row. It has been a month. That feels like a year. And that is no joke. This month has felt like an entire year. Deep breaths. So anyways, on to what I've been doing. So I am behind on my blanket as usual, but not far behind. I think I'm on my final square for today. So last you saw, so this is my mitered square blanket that's been on the needles for 10 years that I'm trying to finish by August. And if I do 2 squares a day, it will be finished by August, because that'll be the official 10-year mark of when I cast this on. So last you saw it was here. So we did the end of the row here. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we started the new row. And so that was last week's work. So this week was Monday, Tuesday, and then, yes, Wednesday. So we have this one we did this morning, and we are working on the next one. So I am keeping up. So, and some days I've actually, like, I think I did this one today. No, I did finish that last night. So I'm keeping up. Sometimes I might do 3 in a day though. So I'm probably going to fall behind. But if I at least do 1 square a day, and I forgot my chart, but that's okay. If I do at least 1 square a day, it will be done before the end of the calendar year, which would be my backup plan, which is fine. So if this is done by December 31st instead of August, I'm still going to be elated. So my goal is August. Backup goal is end of 2025. So yes, so that is done, and I'm gonna just keep that on my lap. Next up is the Vegabond hat, and I am ready to decrease. Very excited. So this is my treadmill project, so I only work on it on the treadmill. It is a double thick slouchy hat, hopefully slouchy. The first one was not slouchy, it was supposed to be. This one looks like it's going to be slouchy. I am confident this one will have some slouch. Hopefully not too much, but at this point I will take a little too much than none. I still like the other one, but like I really wanted it to be slouchy. So, and every time I put it on, I'm like, it's not slouchy, but I'll still wear it. And it's still cozy. I still like it. So double thick hat. So I started here and I made the hat, and then I picked up back here and I'm making this hat. And then they will fold into each other. And I'm curious if I can kind of fold it in even though the needles are still attached. Let's see. Because I was kind of, no, probably not. I don't know. What am I doing? Okay, here we go. So, oh, look at that. I'm so excited about that. So there's that. Look at how pretty that is. That's so pretty. And then obviously the other way around, it would flip out this way. Oh, that's going to look so good. I'm still concerned about the slouch or lack thereof. I think it's going to be okay. It's gonna be okay. So I am on the decrease of this. I haven't started. I have to set it up. So the parts I have not done on the treadmill, I did not cast on. Too risky. So I cast on, I think I did 1 row. Then I got on the treadmill, did everything up to, so I started with this color. Did everything up to the increases or decreases, set up row, because you have to put in all the stitch markers and stuff off the treadmill, and then did all the decreases while I was on the treadmill, and then finishing, like taking it off the, actually I think I did take it off the needles while I was on the treadmill. And at some point I have to switch to a larger cord to do magic loop. So right now I'm on that's the 4-inch CHOW needle set, so that with the 16-inch cord, 14-inch cord, whatever, the smaller cord, so I can just go around and around. But once I get to the decreases, when they get too little, I switch to the larger cord so that I can magic loop. So I don't switch cords while I'm on the treadmill either. So there are a few spots that I stop to set up. So, but everything else, I will walk for 30 minutes and usually do, let's see. So I did 30 minutes today. And I actually probably only went like 25 minutes because I stopped because now I need to set up. So after 25 minutes, I did a little bit of, so usually it's a couple rows more than that. So how many rows is that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So usually I'll do 10 to 15 rows in 30 minutes. I don't know. Is that good? While walking. I don't know. It seems pretty good. I feel like this has gone super fast, especially compared to the other one. Well, I wasn't like working because I like work on it every day. This is my dedicated time to work on it every day. So I started January 8th and it's the 29th. So I don't know. Maybe it's, I still feel like it's pretty fast with this, but especially since I'm doing other things. But I give myself a half an hour a day on this. So after this is done, I will have to find something else. I have to find a whip because that will be a good way to finish a whip. And I don't know if I have any like portable whips because I have like a crocheted snake. That's not going to be portable. I have, I don't know if I could do a weaving loom, like a little weaving square. Magic heart pieces, maybe. They're like little fiddly crochet pieces for my hats. I might try that. That might be good because some of them are like, I have to make multiple of the same piece. So I just get my pattern out, whip out 4 little fins. Maybe that's a good idea. So, because I really want to get some whips done. So that is that. I did not cast on the hat I said I was going to. So I want to try to make a furry hat. I did not have a chance. I need to find the needles. Yeah, that's right. That's why. Okay. So I was waiting to cast off my husband's hat that I shared last week before I started this hat because I want the cord because it's another shorty CHOW with the smaller cord. So I wanted to steal the cord from that and get the appropriate needles on there. We tried the hat on again. Okay, so I made the hat. I've made him this hat before, but it was years ago and it was different yarn. I said in my notes, knit to 70 rows and then do the decreases. I got to 70 rows and I tried it on. I'm like, this thing is massive. There's no way. So I ripped it back to 60 and then I did it. And then he tried it on and it was too small. So then I ripped it back and I went to 70 and I put it on and it was too big. I'm like, what? So then we kind of like pulled it on his head and rolled it up. And I'm like, okay, we need to remove 5 rows approximately from, is that, yeah, I think that was it. And I think, and actually I had only made it 68 rows. So I made it 63 rows. How is it that 3 rows made such a huge difference? But it did. Like 60 rows, it just hit the brim. It just looked too short. It just wasn't right. 68, it was huge. I don't know. So 63 rows. So I ripped it out 3 times. He felt like miserable about it, but he's like, I'm never going to ask you for anything again. I'm like, I'm never going to make you anything again. I said that, but jokingly. Honestly, I probably won't. I don't make him much because he doesn't want things, really. He's not like I could maybe make him a sweater, but considering the troubles I have making my own sweaters, I don't think it would go well. And he likes socks. So once I get my act together and get back working on my circular sock machine, I can make him socks. But every single time I've made him socks, almost every time, something's not been right. Even when I hand knit them, when I machine them, knit them, it's always wrong. I'm not a good knitter. Anyways, So I didn't start the hat yet. That was what that rant was for. I did go to Joann Fabrics for probably the last time I'll ever go at this point. I don't know if they have like a sale. I don't know. The Big Twist was like decimated. There was like nothing. There wasn't nothing, but I don't want to buy yarn for no reason. Like, I know they're going out of business and everything's gonna be on sale, but like I don't want to just go buy yarn. I have yarn. It keeps going that way. Like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth 5. So there's 5. So row of 5 cubes, and it's 1, 2, 3, 5 down. And most all the shelves are filled with yarn. I have yarn and bins. There's a few bins over there. So I don't need yarn. So I don't want to just go buy yarn just because they're going out of business, even though it's tempting. Anyways, I went and bought more Heartland because I need to make, okay, this is the Clancy hat. This is the Clancy hat. I have finished videoing a tutorial. Hoping it's going to be, if it's ready before Friday, which that's the plan. I'm all dressed in my little outfit to take pictures today, but I still need to weave in all the ends. I need to take pictures and put them in the file for the pattern, the actual PDF pattern, but the tutorial will be here if it's ready. Crossing fingers. So it's all videoed, except for the final clip with the ends all woven in. This is the original one. I can feel the opening a little bit back there. So, and this is the one that I recorded making. I made the ribbing differently and I'm super excited. It is a single crochet through the back loop. So it's made sideways around. This was a half double crochet and it was too big. And also I skipped 3 stitches. So if you have done unapplied edging before, you work this way, you come back, and then you slip stitches, and then you work this way, and you come back and you slip stitches. I only slipped 2 on this one. So I did half double, which is bigger, and I only slipped 2, which is bigger, or which is less. So it made a very flared brim, which was not ideal. So this one is nice. There's no elastic in there like I have in this one. So this one turned out good. So I just got to weave in all the ends, take some pictures, and be done. But anyways, I need to make 2 more total. Everyone wants one in the house. So I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough of this colorway. So I bought another one while I was there, and then I bought another black one because each hat takes almost the full skein of the black. So, and with this one left over, if I should be able to make a 5th one if I really wanted to, but by that time I'm going to never want to make one again probably. So, but the pattern is written. The tutorial is filmed. Just need to get all the odds and ends together. It will be free. I'm going to post it on my Ko-fi account. And of course, you know, if anyone uses the pattern, makes it, and likes it, I would love a donation because it really took a lot of time to do this. And all this yarn I'm buying and whatever, but it's fine. I had fun. So that's that. I feel like I was going to say something else and went off onto this tangent of that, but maybe not. Oh, I got my buttons for my coat. So this was the coat I showed off last week that I want to redo the buttons because the buttons are all disintegrating and gross. They're like sticky. Well, actually it's dried out a little bit, but so this is my beautiful Hot Topic fabric coat that it's very gothic and pretty and I love it. But the buttons are bad. So I've ordered buttons. And these look close enough. They might be a little bit smaller, but not by much. But they are just little faux leather colored buttons, which will... So I feel like it looks a little smaller, but I think by the time, when it's on there, it's going to look like it's supposed to be. So I need to figure out the best way to sew them on. They're sewn on with pretty thick layers of thread. So they're pretty secure, which is good. So I want to get them on there just to secure, but yeah, I have to play around with that. And honestly, I prefer, like, I wish the shank part was a little bit bigger. It's kind of narrow in there. So hopefully I don't have too much problem. I'm not a seamstress, so that kind of stuff might be a little tricky, but I think it'll be worth it. And once I get going, it'll be fine. So I figure I'll take out one button, put it in, take it out. So I like the sizing or the spacing will be the same. And there's going to be holes where the original buttons were listed. The only issue I've had with buttons is securing them too tightly, so then you can't button them. So I got to be careful about that. So that will happen. And lastly, I haven't talked about Stitch Quest in a while. If you don't know what Stitch Quest is, it is a epic make-along hosted by Happy Little Yarn and myself, and it is hosted on Ravelry, and it is a year-long make-along, so it's kind of just like come and go as you please. I need to go over there and post more because I've been very absent. Again, this month, these weeks have been just brutal. Mentally brutal. So, Stitch Quest information is here. We have a second side quest that was, I forgot to talk about last week, but a second side quest has been posted, which the side quests are more for fun, community building, etc. And the second side quest is choosing your sidekick. So it can be a mythical creature. It could be a lot of people are sharing posts of their in real IRL pets as their sidekicks, I'm going to have 4 sidekicks because I'm going to have my Sadie and Devo as my angelic sidekicks, and then of course Calvin and Hobbes as my current little mischievous sidekicks, as you will. So I will post about that, but I just haven't had time to sit down and do that. But speaking of Stitch Quest, we have 3 makers that are vendors, basically. So they are making products to support Stitch Quest that you can purchase. And so I've ordered a skein of yarn from the yarn vendor. So when that comes in, I will show you. And that is from Stitchin' with Yarn, I believe is her name. I will link all the links below to the shops. I have ordered a tote bag from Katie's Randomness. And I have ordered a stitch marker set from Odd Girl Journals, or Odd Girl, Keely Reichman, Odd Girl. But it's so cute. So we have a little dragon, and then we have the little moon with the skein of yarn, which is actually like the colors of the skein of yarn that is coming. And then we have the Moon Warden, who is a little shepherd who protects the Luna wool. So again, all that information is in Stitch Quest, but they are so cute. They are like acrylic with some kind of print on it. And she had different types. She had either the lobster claw or these ones, I think. I liked these better, so I can't remember latch back, whatever they were. But so I like these. And I use these obviously for marking where I am on things, and I'll use them for beginning a row counters and whatever. So row counters and progress keepers, etc. So those are those. So I gotta find, so once I get my yarn, I think I want to make, so I've been really into like collars. So I've made these 2 collars. Let's see, put one on without getting the yarn hurt. It's gonna look dumb with this, but like I like these little collars. And so I found a pattern for a collar that is dragon scales, and it like kind of comes up and then it dragon scales, and it uses a skein of fingering weight yarn. So I thought once I get the skein of fingering weight yarn from Stitchin' with Yarn, her name's Christy, I will maybe make the dragon scale, and then you put little buttons on it, and I'll find some buttons or whatever. But so that is my plan. So and then I have my little tote bag coming, so I'll keep it in there or something. But that is the Stitch Quest update and my acquisitions update. So I wanted to be sure to try to support each vendor. I will, they're going to change, they're going to make new things every quarter. I don't know if I can buy stuff every quarter because I'm not a consumer. I'm not an over consumer. I'm trying so hard. Sure, I guarantee I'm an over consumer, but I'm trying not to be. So, oh, and then she had some cute stickers on the packaging, so that was fun. And then she had, and I like want to take it off because I want the sticker, but she had this little dragon sticker on there. It's cute. So I think that's all I have for today. So I'm going to get busy weaving in some ends, working on the Clancy pattern, getting that all out, maybe casting on a hat and the fur hat. get that going. And I still have another Clancy hat to work on, and that is on the hook still, so that needs to be went through. And then maybe I'll give myself a break before I make hat number 4. So maybe that's a treadmill project. I don't know. Can I work on that on a treadmill? Probably. It's hard with 3 colors of yarn though. So like, because I keep having to switch the yarn and cut the yarn, so that might get a little too messy. It's easier when it's just like one thing. So, and stuck in it. But anyways, I've rambled for 20 minutes, but that's because it's already Wednesday. So there probably will only be one more clip, either tomorrow or probably Friday morning. I will post again with the wrap up of the week, and I will catch you then. Hey guys, it's Friday night. It's like 6 o'clock. It's been a busy day today. And everyone was home. Everyone was home pretty much today. So Jim took the day off work, and both kids had half days because David had some school presentation thing that we went to see, and then we had a robotics thing afterwards, and Jim thought it'd be fun to go. So everyone was home, so we were busy all day. And the robotics thing was really cool. David got to draw with a robot, so it was like this robot that held like a pen, and then he had a joystick and got to like draw with it, which was really cool. And basically it was a training center for where they train people how to use the robots, and that robot wasn't meant for drawing essentially, but it was meant for, the guy said one of the uses was like gluing like car doors together. So it's very specific on like drawing the glue pattern, and then you put the other piece on it or whatever. But the kids obviously got to do drawing on paper, so it was pretty cool. If I have a picture of it, I'll put a picture of what David drew. It was kind of funny. It was like a Minecraft looking thing, because you really could only you can do curves, but you have to really like practice, and like, so it wasn't like easy to do. So anyways, I'm hoping to get through this without being interrupted, but you never know. First things first, I finished my fur hat. So I like it. I wish maybe it was like a couple rows longer, but I mean, this is the whole skein of yarn, and I like came right to the end. And actually what happened is I got to the end and I still had like a good chunk of yarn left, and I ripped it back. I had put a lifeline in before the decreases for that reason alone, and saw I had enough to do 2 more rows. That is what I gauged, and I was right. So I did 2 more rows. So I mean, it's not like you can tell how big the brim is, but I think it's cute. And then if I wear it with my little neck thing here, I look all cozy and furry. So this is the Lion brand Go for Faux, traditional, regular. This was the Lion brand Go for Faux, thick and quick. And this was just called the Faux fur brimmed hat on Ravelry. The designer name isn't even on the paper, so I couldn't even tell you anyways. So I will link it below. And then this is the Twee AF collar that I will also link below. But look how cute that is. I love it. And this is the chinchilla colorway in both of these. And yeah, I mean, it looked different like next to each other, but I still feel like they look a little different. This one's brighter. This one has like black. I was like lined with like black, so you can see it's a little darker. So anywho, moving on to my squares. I did not get to my blanket squares today, so I am currently I had the paper, I don't know, but so I'm currently behind today. So, but I am all caught up until today. I like finished the second square that I needed for last night in bed. Yeah, okay, so this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, so that's where I am. So I got those 2 more squares done. I think I recorded, you saw the starting of that one, and then got that one done. So not much progress. I had my sheet though, which told me how many squares I have left, but I don't know where I put it. So I'm in the 200s. So I'm out of the 300s. I am now into the 200s. It's like 260 or something squares to go, which is a lot. In other news, I did find, or I have this little basket, which I love this basket, of yarn. And some of them are minis that are like big. So like these, I don't know if I break these open or not. But then I have a lot of like smaller ones. So like this This was a huge loco, so that's a full mini. I want to keep that one maybe. But this one looks like, oh, this was so when I got this advent calendar, I had 2 of the same color. And I want to say I still ended up getting all the colors. I don't know if I was missing a color. I don't think I was missing. It was for the blanket that's usually here, but the cat was trying to eat it. So, but I have that. And so this is 10 grams, I think. So I have a lot of these smaller ones that I'll use, but then some of these bigger ones, I don't know. So like this one, yeah, this one's Mini Skeins Club Space Cadet yarn, 20 grams. So like the 20 gram ones, do I bust them open and use them? Like, what else am I going to use them for? I don't really use minis for things particularly, but most of these look like they were sent to me as just minis. So I can start going through these, and then I'll determine at the end if I want to break these up or not. Because like the ones I already busted open looked kind of small, but they were big. So I almost think I could use these again. So again, this goes back into the like doubling up. So I might end up doubling up on these towards the end. So, but I'm going to save that for the end. But yeah, with 200 and something squares, I don't have enough yarn, so I should use all the bits I can. So that's blanket news, Vagabond hat news, so my treadmill project. Oh, I'm excited. I have some exciting revelation I made. So I'm on the decreases. I'm pretty close to being done. I'm at the point where I need to switch over to my longer needle. So that's what I'm going to do before I get on the treadmill tomorrow. So I'll do that. Sitting here and do that, and then it'll be all good to go, and I will keep going along. So I only have like, I probably will finish this tomorrow. I'm hopeful that this will be done tomorrow on the treadmill. So, and this time, which I did not do last time as well, you have to remember to take care of your ends before you close this up, because once you close this up, it's closed. So the other hat, I kind of missed a spot. Like I was gonna like re-tie something together. Nope, I couldn't, too late. I already tied it closed. So this one I got all nice and pretty. So I got all the ends, and I don't have to weave them in because they're all just inside. So that's kind of fun. So, but I'm super excited. So I always, when I get dressed, and sometimes I put a sports bra on, sometimes I'm like, I should put on my little bralette just to have underneath the top. This is by Jessie Mae Designs. I think it's the Ripple bralette. And it's just a basic little like bralette, essentially. And it looks tiny, but it's got a lot of stretch. It's ribbed. But like just for something to wear underneath, like I have like a long V-neck that it would kind of peek out of, or just something just to be just like comfortable, you know. It's not like wearing like a tight bra, so it's nice and loose fitting, and then you can just wear a sweater or whatever over top. I will have plenty of yarn, or just enough yarn. I weighed this, so as long as I make it about the same to spec, I should have enough of each of these to make 2 of those. So I can make, because I like using up my yarn, so I can use up this yarn and I can use up this yarn. Have 2 more of these that I'll actually like maybe think about wearing more and like rotating around. So I was very excited about that plan, which is good and bad because now I really want to cast it on now. But I could make this the next treadmill project. But I really should, maybe I should alternate a whip. I should get a whip going, and then I can get a new one going. So maybe that's what we do. So I have my Magikarp hats I really want to finish because Emily's really into Pokemon again. So I think it's a good time for me to do it while she's still excited. So yeah. But that is my plan. I'm excited I have a plan for the yarn because I'm trying not to buy yarn. I want to use up stash. So it's kind of the goals. Last but not least for this week. So I got my stitch markers for Stitch Quest that I showed you. I got my bag, and this is from Katie's Randomness. I got a little thank you card and a little sticker that says Shop Saw. And then I haven't opened the bag officially, so it came in this little pink wrapper here. So we have to pull this out. And this is the Stitch Quest tote bag. So this is the design that Amy came up with for Stitch Quest this year. Could use a little steaming, but Katie had it screen printed onto the bag, so that looks really cute. So that is my Stitch Quest bag. So I like to support the people that we are working with, and yeah, now I got a little Stitch Quest bag, so that's pretty exciting. So the links for all those will be below. Obviously, this is not probably going to post Friday. It is Friday night, and I probably won't finish it. So you'll probably be seeing this as early as Saturday. I did finish the Clancy hat, so that went out. I linked it above earlier in this video. And yes, I gotten a lot of downloads, so that's exciting. Too bad they're for free, so I'm not making any money, but that's fine. I'm hoping, like, honestly, I thought something else was in there. Oh, there, a little snowman. Sticker. Okay. My hope is people might come back and like give a little donation if they like it, which is not required or anything, but I spent a lot of time and it took a lot of time, and it'd be nice to get a little money. But I'm actually prefer people don't pay me first anyways, because I want to make sure that people see the pattern, read the pattern, look the pattern, make the pattern, and then after they make it, be like, oh, that was really good, or that was really bad. And not pay, not come back to donate. So like, that's kind of my thought process of the whole thing. It's like, make the pattern, and then if you like it, come back and maybe buy the pattern. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. That's it. It's the weekend. Emily's got things all weekend. We got things. So we'll be doing the things. I'm going to try to, hopefully I'm going to finish the Vegabond and work on my blanket, and then work on, I still have the Clancy hat that's half made. I definitely want to get the third one done. I might take a break before I do the fourth one, but want to get that one cranked out while it's kind of still fresh and all the yarn's out. And then Magic Herb hats. That's my whip. I'm going to whip of the month. Tomorrow's February. The longest January that has ever Januaried is finally over today. Technically, I did dry January. Not really intentionally, but like, I drank so much in December with the Advent and everything. Of course, I drank on New Year's Eve, and then I think I had some leftovers New Year's Day, like mimosas for the next day or two. But after that, I didn't intentionally not drink. I just think I needed a break. And then like halfway through the month, I'm like, well, I'm kind of participating in dry January, so we're just going to keep it up. So then it was intentional. From the like rest of the month on, it was intentional. Tomorrow's over, and I have a bottle of rosé in the fridge that is calling my name. So I'm going to celebrate the beginning of February with a glass of wine. And that's it. So now I'm going to work on editing this thing together and getting it up and getting all the links posted and blah, 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 blah. So thank you for watching. Thank you for spending some time with me. And I hope everyone has a great weekend and a great week. And I'll see you next time. And I hope you get to craft all the things.